Why didn't you just go, try it? You can't kill me. My time on earth is not done. Just like Paul. You can't kill me because I'm promised to stand before Caesar. And until I stand before Caesar, I ain't got to worry about nobody killing me. I'm going to go through some stuff. He should have said, Jezebel, you may haunt me. You may hurt me. You may try to kill me. But you can't. Because my God said I ain't done. Why didn't he do that? He allowed the fear to get into place. And faith and fear cannot be in the same place. Because what is fear? Fear is faith in the outcome. It's just false faith. Because I'm afraid of something, I'm afraid something's going to happen. That's just fear in that outcome, right? I got more faith in the fear of the thing going to be bad than I do in faith that God's going to take care of it or give me wisdom to take care of it. So, in my case, if I was Elijah, I wasn't reading the word. So my fan would think. But we don't know the time frame between the slaughter and the letter. So it could have been however long it took a messenger to get from the river where he done slaughtered off 450 of the prophets to Jezebel. It's an amount of time. We don't know how long it took that messenger to get from there to there. Get to Jezebel. Have Jezebel get a request and send back to him. Was it hours? Was it a day? We don't know. I'm sure some rabbi out there probably could tell us exactly. The river was this far from where she was at, and it's only a 5-minute walk, and so literally it could have been 10 minutes. We're not told specifically in Scripture. But can you imagine? Elijah thought more about her killing him than he focused on his God protecting him. He wasn't Daniel, was he? Throw me in there. These lions ain't going to do nothing to me. He wasn't Meshach. Yeah. You got to say a certain way. You can't remember it. He wasn't them. If you throw us in the fire, we'll be okay. But if not, so what? The king that threw Daniel into the lion's den had the faith to make sure Daniel was not going to be hurt. Because when you read that, the king goes...
He had faith, but he had fear. He had faith.
He did. But see, he said, your God will protect you, Daniel. He said this as he's throwing him into the lion's den. Then he fasted and stayed up all night.
That was the fear.
The fear, or that was the hope that something good was going to happen. But he was fasting. And then when he woke up in the morning, he went right to the pit, or whatever it was, and said, Daniel, I know you're down there. Say something to me. Yeah, I'm here, King. It's all good.
I love the fact that it was the king that was staying up all night.
And he wasn't even a, quote, Christian or a believer. He loved Daniel because Daniel did what God needed him to do and serve that king. And throughout the Old Testament, when we hear that all the time, serve them like you're serving me so they will like you. They still may not understand me, but because they like you, I can open up doors. And then they'll start understanding me, because that turned that king around for a little while. That was fascinating to me. And what are the little differences? Why you look at David's life? How can David, as a young kid, take out a bear, take out a lion, and then go to this great army of Israel and stand there and hear this dude's down there hollering at him, and he's a giant, and go, are you going to let that fool talk bad about our God? Oh, you're just trying to be a brat coming here and make us look bad. He says, no, I'm going to go down there, I'm going to kick that fool. He says, because God guided the rock to kill the bear. He guided the rock to kill the lion. My God, who I am defending, is going to kill that dude, and I'm going to cut his head off with his own sword. But then you have David hiding in caves, going to the enemy and pretending to be crazy for a while before he finally became king. You wonder what happens. And if we look at it with our own life, I'm just like David. I'm just like Elijah. do the same thing. I just do it in different ways.
Well, David, it was fear. David could have ended that.
Oh, he could
A
have
couple
took Saul
times.
out many times, but it was respect.
It was respect. And
Yeah.
It was respect for the Lord
And Saul.
And that was Saul. Saul was God's king that God
Yeah.
had put there.
Yep.
It wasn't the same fear that had him running,
Right.
even though it was a pretty serious,
Yeah, you figure.
pretty serious situation.
Yeah.
And it was particularly serious when he killed the priests at
Yeah.
Nob, and then that
Yeah.
one kid escaped, and he said, "Okay, well, you're."